Hi guys, already here. So for this video here, we're going through another Dislyte Reef, and this time it's going to be the Void Messenger. So the previous video we already covered the Sork and the Shimmer, and for today we'll be covering Sork, and tomorrow I'll be covering the Wither. So Void Messenger is actually very easy as well if you have the core Esper, which is going to be Javid. If you have Javid, then you will find this boss very easy. I even saw some player actually send me the video. He's just using Javid R6 with Sakura, and he can clear the boss even without any equipment. Okay, but basically for this Void Messenger here, all you want to do is actually AoE damage, because the boss is always on stealth mode, and then you want to do AoE damage to actually hit the boss. And if you do some outside of turn damage, for example like Elif SCs, and then when Elif SCs and then go into the S3, it's considered as the outside damage because Elif does a lot of SCs, then it will instantly give charges to the boss. The boss will instantly get 20 charge. It's like battery. The more charge, the more damage the boss is going to do, and every 10 charge here will enhance the boss next ability. And the moment you use Elif, like casting outside of turn damage, then the boss will instantly get 20 charge. So you want to avoid that. But there's one situation. If your Elif actually overcharge the boss, but you manage to kill the boss before the boss take the action, then it doesn't matter. Because all these charges here, it will only consume when the boss actually take his turn and do the damage. So if he's not able to take his turn and your Elif managed to kill the boss before the boss take the action, then it's also fine. But for today, I'm not going to showcase the Elif method. Today here is just the usual method. So okay, I'm just going to use Javid as the AoE damage. I'm using Sujie here to provide more true damage for Javid here to do damage, because the more true damage, the more AP push Javid is going to get from the passive. It means more turn. And you hit me here for another AoE damage, and Tetsuya here to target the boss with the middle slot, then you can hit the boss, and also Mavis here to actually protect your whole team. Now let me go through. And actually it doesn't need so many of the other Esper, but if you put the other Esper as a supporter or true damage, then you actually kill the boss a lot more faster. Alright, Sam, let's take a look. So the boss is on stealth mode, you can't hit the boss, so you're relying on AoE damage. Like for example, like Javid AoE damage. Javid is actually a very good one here to do all the AoE damage here. Yuhime can double spam the AoE damage as well. Okay, so let's say Yuhime died, right? But it's fine because you have Mavis here to actually protect it. Okay, then Javid spam more damage, and then the boss is gonna die. Javid spam more damage again. Okay, then we kill it. Okay, but my team is not a perfect one. Mine is pretty brain dead because I just dump in all the Esper that can do AoE damage to the boss, and Tetsuya like single target that can target into the boss, and also Mavis. But this is for one turn, so it's not really a very good free-to-play team for the player who actually want to go for the Void Messenger. But technically you just need to go around with the AoE damage dealer. For example, if you don't want Tetsuya, you can take Tetsuya down. You can put in, let's say like Sakura here to provide more healing and protection for the team, then your team is not going to die that easily. Or if you don't want like Sujie for another supporter damage, you can go for Hayley to share more damage into Javid and make Javid deals actually more damage. Like my Hayley here, if my Hayley actually share Thunder Set to Javid, then Javid is going to do a lot more damage. But my Javid here is actually going for War Set because I actually quick equip this thing. Okay, I actually quick equip it, so technically you can make it a lot more better, but this is actually good enough for me to get a one turn for this boss. So yeah, I'll show you a few more other players showcase, then you can probably have a more other reference for your team comp. Okay, for example, this one here is from Toki. So he's using Sujie as the leader for the speed buff, and then he's using Javid. So this one here is not R6 Javid, this one is an R1 Javid, and he's using a Sakura to protect the team, and he's using Dalion to actually do more damage as an AoE damage dealer as well, and also Hayley here to share the equipment. Okay, so this is actually a pretty free to play one other than Sujie, but Sujie, if you actually play Dislyte for so long until like the Deso Reef moment already, the late end game content, I'm pretty sure you have Sujie. Okay, but let's take a look here. But Sujie can be replaced with other Esper. So these are the equipment he actually used for the boss. So you can take a look here. In the Rezo wise isn't that high as well, and also the Divinity isn't that high. So I think it's actually a very good showcase for most of the player. Okay, so we start the battle, and then Dalion do some damage, Javid do AoE damage, Sakura buff up your team. Then Javid does more damage, Hayley equipment share into Javid, makes sure Javid does more damage, more S3 spam, more damage, just look at damage nuke. That's the reason why I say Javid plus Haley, and if your Haley share equipment to Javid, Javid is just gonna smack the boss very easily. This is not even an R6 one. R6 one will be a lot more brain dead, and this is also a one-turn team comp. Is so good. Okay, it's so good. Okay, you can watch again here. Like all the damage here is actually coming from Javid, and then the Haley here just equipment share, and then you see Javid AP push is just gonna keep on taking turn, keep spamming the S3 because there's so many true damage proccing around, and Suje here providing the true damage. Okay, then this one is from Javid husband. He's using two Esper. One is a level 70 R6 D6 Javid with a Sakura, and he's just gonna flex you how he's able to clear the boss with these two Esper. So Sakura is just gonna buff up the team with the attack up buff, defend up buff, and also the protection. Okay, then after that, the boss is gonna take the action, which is totally fine, cause now Javid is just gonna spam S3. The mob take the action, doing damage but barely does anything. You can't even break the Javid shield at all. Right, he's just flexing how tanky the team is and also how good Sakura healing is. Okay, after that, oh, the mob just can't stop the attack. Okay, then after that, just more buff, the more heal is fine. Javid just draw another damage, another AoE damage, and they're gonna spam another S3, do AoE damage again, and spam AoE damage again into the boss and another AoE damage. Okay, he's just flexing around with the equipment comp, but you can see Javid himself is actually the answer for the boss already. It's actually very easy. And he also sent me another video which is no equipment. He even put that without equipment at all. So this one here is showing is Javid Sakura, no equipment, and we can still see he is able to clear the boss very pretty consistent as well. So they're still trying to kill it, but because the Sakura healing is just insanely strong, and then Javid just gonna spam the true damage and also the AoE damage as well. Look at it, it's not even breaking the shield. Their damage isn't that high, so it's just, you know, your damage into the boss. We can see the shield compared with the equipment one is actually lower down, but it's fine because they can't kill you. Even they break the shield, Javid is just gonna regain the shield and spam the S3. We can tell that the damage is actually a lot more lower because of no equipment, but it's still doable as long as you have R6 Javid. Okay, let me skip this part. The mod is taking too long. Alright, S3, S2, S3 again, continue to spam S3. S3 again, just keep on spamming. Okay, the boss take the turn. Can't kill. Alright, Sakura died, but Javid is still alive thanks to the shield. Javid survived and spam another S3 and another S3. Alright, so as long as you have Javid, then I don't think this boss is actually a problem for you. Then if you're curious about his equipment, then this is the equipment he's using for the boss. Alright, now let's take a look at the next one. Then this one is also, I would say, actually the most free to play one because very low reso overall, and then there's no limited Esper, for example like Suje, and every Esper here is obtainable through the Go Record Pool. So this is actually a very good showcase one, so you can actually take a look here. It's not even an R6 Javid, and then we have Haley here to share the equipment, and then we have Abigail and Sakura to buff up the team, and we have Mavis here to provide the protection for the team. Okay, now we can take a look. It's basically everything about Javid, right? So buff up for Javid, Javid spam S3, Haley equipment share into Javid, then Sakura buff up the team again, provide protection and also buff for the team. Then now they kill Javid, because this Javid is not R6, you don't have to take him out of shield. They kill Javid is fine, because you have Mavis here to protect the team, and later Mavis is gonna make the Javid alive again. So the mob is just gonna do a lot of AoE damage, is fine, because you have Sakura here to heal back up from every tick. So let me slightly skip this part. Okay, then Mavis resurrect into Javid. Javid is gonna do more damage soon because Haley triggered a lot of true damage. Okay, now Javid went back into the Graveless mode is fine because you have Abigail here to reset Mavis' skill, so Mavis is able to spam the S3 again to revive Javid. Okay, so there's a lot of team comp. As long as you have Javid, even though at one copy in my opinion, Javid plus Mavis is a very good combination against this boss already, and I would say it's actually 100% clear as long as you have Javid and Mavis. Then the rest of the supporter depends on how fast you want to clear it. And this is the equipment he's using for this Void Messenger. So I believe most of the player is able to clear the Void Messenger without any problem as long as one copy of Javid and one copy of Mavis. Right, then this is the Mavis build. Alright, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Feel free to comment down what you guys think about it, and see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.